Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with the February Kit Club, a gorgeous, fabulous kit club. Part of it is dedicated towards Easter, and the rest of it all year-round winners like this beautiful card right here. Notice the purple going on. Behind me, lilac shimmer, and above that, more purple cards. This is the purple month. It's my birthday month, so I am having fun with a lot of cards. Crafters, I just returned from Orlando. Gina had a fabulous time, so I'm going to do a little sidebar. Gina has 8 gold medals. This is all swimming too, crafters. 2 silver and a bronze, okay? And she was swimming against typical swimmers, meaning it's not just all special needs. It was mostly typical folks, actually, in Orlando. It was a fabulous meet. This was delayed because of the hurricane last year. She didn't get to practice as much because the weather has been cold, except for this week. Super hot. That's why I look like this. I just came in. Seriously. But she did do well. She swam her little heart out. And then afterwards, we went to the happiest place on earth and sweat away, but it was a fun time. It's my birthday, and then last month was Gina's birthday. So it was a great time. Lots of fun here with this month's Kit Club. So I have some more cards coming. I was working on some while I was away. I did pack all my goodies, and I did take Simon with me, the Black Platinum Scout die cut machine. I'll link my video here where I did the unboxing, and you can take a look at Simon's fabulous Space Adventure collection. The new collection for Spellbinders is coming out on the 10th, which is actually my birthday. So come back to my channel. You'll see all the goodies on the 10th, 11th, 12th, somewhere in there. There'll be lots of videos and the new card stock too. Trust the thumbs up. It's pretty. Let's get into this Kit Club video. So crafters, Kit Club is open until the 27th for new subscriptions. There isn't a sale going on. There is a clearance event. So I will put a link for clearance. Also, there will be a part 2 to this video because I have some extra cards to show you. I took a lot of things with me to Orlando. And of course, I forgot a lot of things. So I need to finish up those cards here. And then I will do a quick video showing you some more ideas with these beautiful shoes. And also the caboodle bonus, that cute little chick. Alrighty, crafters, let's get into this video of the February Kit Club. Let's get started. So I'm pre-recording most of the Kit Club video. The only thing I'm going to insert at a later date is the clear stamping die and a sample using the 2D embossing folder of the month. But this Kit Club, 2 thumbs up for Easter goodness. Love, love, love. The deluxe caboodle bonus for this month, when you purchase all 10 clubs, all the goodies, is this cutie patootie. This is Pip. This sweet little chick. Isn't this gorgeous? Love. This is the stitch die of the month. Look at that. It's a whole set, like a foundation die set. Love that too. So I have Pip on a tag, but I want to put this on a card. Pip is adorable. If you subscribe to the Deluxe Caboodle Club, you're going to get a discount as well. 60% off the retail of everything here. So that's a pretty good deal. So I'll put links below for the club where you can do individual items and also the Deluxe Caboodle, even the past Kit Club. If you subscribe to the wax seal of the month, which is Lush Leaf, you're going to get a bag of wax beads. It looks like it's going to be fern. The hot foil roll is lavender petal for the glimmer of the month, okay? So that's the nice thing. You always get supplies with the wax seal of the month and the glimmer of the month. I love that. All right, now let's take a closer look at this Kit Club. I'm going to show you examples as I go along. Some items I kept on going into, namely these 2. Small die of the month, large die of the month. Both of them are amazing. If your budget is tight and you can't do the deluxe caboodle, pick one of these. I would go with both. If you make Easter cards and layouts, large die of the month. This absolute gorgeousness, no matter what you're doing. It's just so pretty. So first up, crafters, small die of the month is Step Into Spring. Very reminiscent of the holiday version with the slippers. So love that die set. I'm going to put the name of it here on the screen. Step Into Spring features this beautiful Mary Jane shoe. Here is the socks that go with the Mary Jane shoe. And right here is the calf portion. So think of this as like the foot version of the hand bestie die set. Heart in hand, something like that. Is so gorgeous. I so love this. I'll do a measurement on my example for the shoe. I did crop this a little bit, so I give you an approximation of what the height is. You get some beautiful flowers that tuck into it. It's like a really pretty wildflower and leaves and such. Here is the bow for the top of the shoe. Now, if you get this amazing little die set, this is the top of the shoe. That's the shadow of the shoe. I was cutting it in reverse order. Here are my notes. Sock, top of shoe, bottom of shoe. Before I used it, I was like, what's that shoe? Exciting. Then once I used it, oh my goodness, it's even more exciting. So step into spring. Winner. Second winner is this Easter Beauty. So this is the large die of the month, operating like a bunch of dies. All sorts of fun with this one. Here is the bunny. Interactive bunny. So you can put an element to have his little legs swing, or her. Boy, girl, eggs. You could just do the eggs by itself. You could do just a bunny by itself. 3 styles of eggs, a little carrot, a bow. This bow at that angle, I gotta figure out what this is. It's an angle bow. There are sentiments here. Happy Easter, hello spring. The bunny can be carrying paint to paint the Easter egg. The Easter egg has a drop-in, so you can do the Easter egg solid or with the detail. Love. All 3 sizes too. And then a little flower and a little chick. So super sweet. A very comprehensive die set. So I made 2 examples of this. A boy bunny and a girl bunny. Here is Step into Spring. This is me again. So let's continue the trend. My birthday is in February, so I am celebrating early by making cards for myself, featuring myself. So this is me wearing the Mary Janes. They're the wildflowers. Remember before you saw me here in the Jack of all trades? I'll link that video here. That's that new fabulous collection. That's me as the queen here. Happy birthday. You also saw me here with my birthday cake on the Bougie Birthday Collection. I'll link my video here. So I'm keeping the trend of the purples going. This is Spellbinders Purple Mist cardstock and Lilac Blossom and some white cardstock, and then a lot of Spellbinders cardstock, which is now retiring, and they're bringing on some new cardstock. Crafters, I received a swatch and the little tags, so I'll show you the graphic here of what it looks like. This is the progression from head to toe. So this is me now in my Mary Janes. I could not help it. I had to be the first card. Here's another example, and I'm showing it to you this way because I did dry emboss the socks here. I remember as a little girl wearing socks with like texture on it and all that. Sometimes it was plain. Most of the time it was like this. It had the same tops. This is pink cardstock from my stash. Pink shoes. So you make this part darker, even in black if you wish, and then the top part is this. So super love. So let me give you a rough measurement. The height with the shoe on, about 6 inches tall, because I did crop this. The width, 2 inches. The shoe itself, 2 inches by about 2 1/4, okay? So you can have lots of fun. Look at that. So pretty. Love, 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 love. I had to work with these shoes first. So super pretty. This is another Josie knocked it out of the park. Josie. I put the shoes together, the socks, did the dry emboss with that texture. I'm using one of my favorite background dyes. This is the Starshine background dye. You would use the embossing mat, and I'm using the Platinum 6 with the Universal Plate System to do the dry embossing, okay? Here is the top of the socks, and that's that little trim. So you don't have to put the trim in, but I think the little frill trim is so pretty. My skin tone is cardstock from my stash. I had to pull out cardstock and match it against myself. I was going for it. You stick the flowers down before you put on that top. After I did this whole cluster of goodness with the shoe, crafters, you know how many embossing folders I went through trying to put these shoes on to work with? It was starting to get too busy because here you have flowers, shoe. I have this texture going on. It was like this. I could have also done a Letterpress background, but I really wanted it to be on an embossed background. This is popped up off of this. I came in with an old favorite, which I hope Spellbinders still has, because this is a winner. I have always said it. When you want to have an embossing folder that is subtle but elegant, that will dial up your project, Dimensional Diamonds 3D embossing folder, 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. This is a fabulous embossing folder. It did wonders here. This is on fog cardstock. So after I had the fog, then it all worked out fine. For the sentiment, you're seeing the Spring Bunnies Press Plate and Die. This is by Simon Hurley last year. Fabulous set. Because, of course, I assembled all of this on an A2 card base. And then I had a little space for my sentiment. Happy Spring, Happy Easter, Hoppy Easter. Everything in here, the bunnies, the basket, the eggs, the sentiments, all have a coordinating die. This is a cute, cute, cute set. If you want to practice your watercoloring too, this is a very nice one to work with for Letterpress. And you can also glimmer it too. So there is Happy Spring, porcelain cotton card with Thunder, which is the gray Letterpress ink. Love, love, love. This is one example, but you'll be seeing more of this one because I have that pink one to work on. I have another color too. Up next, the large die of the month is Dancing Hoppy Bunnies Everywhere dies. I had to do girl and boy bunnies. Both of them are A2 cards. Love. So super sweet, right? And I pulled out all this pastel cardstock. Some of it is Spellbinders, some of it is from my stash. The boy is in like teals and yellow, and then the girl, she's in all pinks. This is pink sand, set the whole thing off. This is also Glacier cardstock, okay? Long retired. Hopefully the new blue will be similar to Glacier. So let's start off with the cute little bunny girl first. She has the interactive element. And I usually use a 3mm foam dot right here. But it's not doing like a crazy swing. It's a light swing. He is stationary because he has on the whole overalls. I didn't want the legs swinging. The bunny is 4 inches tall assembled by 2.5 inch wide. So super sweet. You still get room on an A2 card to have your sentiment, to have the Easter eggs. I did put her over to this side because I wanted to kind of do a little collage with the Easter egg. This features the large Easter egg with the drop-in, and then here is the medium Easter egg without the drop-in. The bow for the egg is right here, okay? I love this whole colorway. The tummy is here if you wanted the bunny au naturel. I did not want au naturel. It's the Easter bunny. She needs to be in a dress. He needs to be in his shorts, shirt, or in overalls. Love the options too. Again, Josie. She designs the kit clubs. Her eyes, she gets eyelash. The boy's eyes, no eyelash. The nose, she's carrying the little flower, so sweet, and you get 3 of them. That's the center for the flower. There is a sentiment, Happy Easter and Hello Spring, but I came in with Happy Easter here from Simon's Spring Bunnies as well. Again, porcelain cotton card with the Thunder Letterpress ink. I did use some opal gems here in her bow and here in the flower. This is the same bow that's down here. All I did was take out this part with the tail and just put the bow in her here. Isn't that adorable? I'll show you this embossing folder in a second. For the boy now, he's in his little overalls. He's adorable. I love this little mint and then this yellow shirt. Both of this is basil cardstock. He's in fog cardstock for his body. She's in white, okay? On the outside here in gray cardstock, I'm using Perfect Touch rectangles. Largest die is an A2. This is a fantastic set. Look at the stitch detail with this and then the stitching and the bunny. All layering up, but not over the top. Love this set. For this part, I'm using the stitch die of the month. This is another winner too. This is called Scallop Card Front and Tag. So the tag is here with Pip without stitching. So you can choose not to stitch. You don't have to. And then there's 2 sets in here with this little matting layer as well. So the outer piece is here with the scallop detail and you can stitch on it. Very easy stitching. I did this second layer and then I used this outer dot detail here. So it's like a reverse. So it's Perfect Touch out here, this layer here in Lagoon cardstock, and then this layer here. This is white cardstock. Stitched out. If you want to learn how to stitch on paper, let me link my Stitchmas Day 1 video. I do a step-by-step tutorial of how to stitch on paper. I'll link it here. On this cardstock, I did come in with some Salvage Patina Distress ink, not have it so stark white, like a sky behind him. But this is fantastic. I love the larger option and then this option and this option. So this is operating again like a foundation die. I'm liking the extending the stitch die of the month. Stitch, scallop, card front, and tag. Sentiment from this is also from the Spring Bunnies, again, porcelain with the Thunder Letterpress ink. And I did do this time the pail here. The drips are over here. Big drip for the large egg, that drip here, and then this is another drip. You can have an additional drip. And then here is the paintbrush, and that's all assembled, even with the little paint color, which is yellow. So fun. Coming back to the first card, let me show you the embossing folder I used here. The 3D embossing folder for the month is Petite Bow 3D embossing folder. You would use the universal plate system for this. 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. Look at those beautiful bows. So gorgeous. Love, love, love. Embosses very well too with all this detail. Love. Nothing is cracking. So very pretty. For the card base and this layer, I'm coming into one of my favorites. You guys probably would know what it is. Precision layering A2 sets A and B. 16 dies in each. This is a great layering die set. Set A, largest die is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch, which is what I have here in white cardstock. Set B is in glacier cardstock. The largest die is 1/8 of an inch shorter, meaning it's actually 1/16 on each side. You get very tight layers when you play between these two. Put this in your wish list if you don't own it already. Fabulous, goes on sale from time to time too. Winner. So that's my layers. A lot of these cards I have, again, back to A2. I'm cutting with precision layering A2 for the A2 card base in a lot of these cards, except for this one. But so fun, right? Love. Alrighty, next. The example I'm going to work on is with the 2D embossing folder of the month. This one is called Wicker Basket. Same 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. Has a nice interlocking detail. Up next, crafters, is the Letterpress of the month. Luxe Damask Place and Press. So this has a template. At first I looked at it, I was like, how do I use this? But it's the easiest template to work with. It works like a dream on your letterpress system. It's a beautiful damask image that repeats. The registration template is what gives you the repeating pattern. 5 3/4 of an inch wide by 3.5 inch. So I did cut a piece like this big. You could do it on an A2 panel if you want, but I like to go oversized because if it's a little bit off, I can then put a die on it and straighten it out like what I did here. This time though, instead of using precision layering A2, I'm using the 5x7 matting basics for my layers here on my 5x7 card. There's also 3 sentiments with this, and I have it pressed out here. Thank you. May your days be as bright as spring flowers, and sending Easter blessings. I was in a mood where I made myself a Mother's Day card. This is on sage cardstock with some green ink from Altenew. I wanted something close, but you could still see it, and I pressed it out following the registration. What you're aiming for when you're working with this is really the hills and valley shape right here. Right here. I started off in the middle. Then I went up one, aligned it hill and valley, then came down one. When I came down, this portion down here, then I aligned it up here, this here, for the bottom portion. It looks a little confusing because at first I was like, how? But then once I was working with it, I was like, oh, not so bad, not so bad. Super pretty. Love how this is. It's a delicate look. Because the background is so beautiful with this damask image, I wanted something floral and fabulous. And I wanted to test something because I said the new Vivid Blooms die. This is from the Vivid Expressions collection. I'll link my video here. I adore this die. So much so, Spellbinders sent me one. I already bought one. This is not on sale, so I bought it at full price, happily too, because I want to be able to run this quickly. When I played with it and I introduced it to you guys, I said it works between Club Blooms, by far winner, and Be Bold Blooms, the original winner before this. So this card is a combination of all 3. I just wanted to see how they would play on the playground together. I think they're happy. What do you think? So I can't use everything. That would have to be an 8.5 inch by 11 size paper if I was going to use all the elements on all 3 die sets. But I use bits. Let's start off with the club favorite, Club Blooms. Club Blooms is here, large flower, medium flower, with the centers. and some of the leaves here. That's all I did from Club Blooms. Put it in your wish list. Get it one day because this is a fantastic set. I have shown you so many examples of it. So I have Club Blooms in here, but not everywhere. This is a combination of Spellbinders and I think Concord and Ninth cardstock in here. Vivid Blooms has this large flower. The large flower is here. I think that's the Concord and Ninth. And then the large leaves, I used this to anchor the large flower here from Club Blooms. That's the one thing Club Blooms is missing for this flower is this size leaf. So mix, match, and play between these two goodies right here. Then I use this little flower. Center is here. The center for the bigger flowers are here as well. And then I came over to Be Bold Blooms. I have 3 sets of Be Bold Blooms for speed. So here I have berries and the centers. And then here is the flowers. And then here are the greens. All I used for this card, these stems, 3 of them. And then this little bud that's here, I did it up here. Dahlia cardstock, pink sand, poppy field, fern cardstock. And then I brought in some gems from my stash here, yellow gems, and then some graphite gems there. Fun, fun, fun. What do you guys think of this? And then I did this whole little sweeping collage. I think the experiment worked. I think I'm going to try it again with more versions of this. So all 3 of them, if you have them, give it a try. Why not? Have some fun. For my card layers, I came in with 5x7 matting basic sets A and B. Largest die in here is 1/8 of an inch shorter than a 5x7. So I had to cut the 5x7 card base. That's in sage cardstock. Then I brought in black cardstock and the sage again. So going between these 2 layers. I brought in black because of the contrast, and when I had put white here, didn't look right. So I think the black offers a relief, and that's why I also did the black center too. For the sentiment, this is another winner. And you don't have to do your Mother's Day in black cardstock. And here I have it glimmered with opaque white hot foil roll. But you could also do this Better Press. This is a Better Press set. Love, love, love this. Let's celebrate sentiments. Happy birthday wishes. Happy Mother's Day. Happy anniversary. Let's celebrate. And a lot of sentiments that can be pressed or glimmered on the inside or outside of a card. The largest sentiments come with the coordinating die. So this is popped up a few times. Super sturdy. Up next, crafters, I have another A2 card. This one features both the Glimmer of the Month and the Wax Seal of the Month. Glimmer of the Month is Spring Canopy Hot Foil Plate. You get this bit, and you can also cut it out if you wanted to layer it up and pop it up and have dimension going. I decided to just mirror it. This is on Hammermill cardstock with the green hot foil roll, and I think it works very well. But this option is there. I'm glad they included that. So that would fit right here if you wanted to cut it out. There are 2 sentiments here with the coordinating die and some more smaller sentiments. A happy Easter, spring smiles ahead, blossom into happiness this spring, enjoy the beauty of spring. So fun. Once I glimmered down here, I just flipped it and glimmered it up here. I had this open area, so I decided to put the wax seal here and then did this whole thing with the wax seal. 3 green wax beads. Fern, green, and citrine. All 3 of them together, little bits of them to create this. With this, you're going to use about 4 or 5 wax beads. Isn't this gorgeous with the lush leaf? And then I came on with the Deco Color metallic marker and color that up in gold. For the gold here, I'm using brushed gold cardstock with seal twine. I cut it twice, wrapped it around, stuck this on top, and then I had this space over here for the sentiment. I purposely pushed it that way. The sentiment thank you is from the Better Press. I glimmered this and die cut it. This is with Hammermill cardstock, and that's that dark gold from the Satin Metallics hot foil roll, and popped it up here. And then I finished it off with some yellow gems. This is Aura AB gems. So pretty. This green is also Altenew Fresh Dye ink. Can't remember what the color is, but it just works so well with this green hot foil roll. I'll be revisiting this green on green again. I think it's very pretty. I also did my layering with Precision Layering A2. I think on this card, I'm only using Precision Layering Set A. You see the distance? That's this and this. It gives you more distance. If you want to go tighter, then you would come over to this die set, Set B. So fun though. I love this. I think it's all fun green goodness. Up next, crafters, the Stencil of the Month creates this beautiful floral, which has that same wildflower feel. Very, very pretty. Very easy to work with. Love this stencil. This is called Nature's Canvas. It's a 5-count stencil. And this is all Altenew Fresh Dye ink again. I did cut out the panel with precision layering A2. You see the layers coming in? That means that I'm going between A, B, A. I can tell by how tight they are. Without it being tight, just using one set, then your spacing gets like this. When you go between the two sets, it's one, the other, in consecutive order. So fun. I love precision layering. I have some silver matte foil here and a black card base. And then for the sentiment, from the glimmer of the month, I have Blossom into Happiness this spring. This is black cardstock with matte silver hot foil roll. I have been enjoying that black mixed media paper from scrapbook.com. If you want to glimmer on black cardstock, I highly recommend that one. It's 140 pounds. It's a very thick black cardstock. Work on the smooth side. Die cuts like a dream and you won't have to reinforce it. I have no hiccups in it and all that going on. It's clean. I've been enjoying that mixed media paper. Get it when it's on sale at scrapbook.com. So that's another A2 card. Crafters, I'm making so many A2 cards. What's going on? Up next, crafters, here is my not card for the clear stamp and die of the month. This one is called Spring Smiles. You can get the clear stamp only or for a few dollars more, the combination of stamp and die. I always say for a few dollars more, if you're going to get the stamp, get the coordinating die. I'm going to cut out this bunny who has a lot of curves and edges going on. Definitely the two chicks. This has a nice deep edge. So the coordinating die for this set is great. Even here with the whiskers, it's cutting around it, okay? This cuts the flower. And then these are for the hanging flowers. So these sentiments would just stamp straight out. If you have glimmer sets or Letterpress sets, there are lots of sentiment dies in those that you can use to cut this out. Or you can go freestyle and cut it out with your trimmer. I never have luck with that. So I always like to put a die on it to keep it nice and centered and cut it clean. Here I am doing my Copic coloring. You can see I was testing colors out here. This is Nina 110-pound cardstock for the Copic coloring. Here I'm using some C markers. And then down here a lot of the Y markers. Like a golden yellow coming into a brighter yellow for the little chicks. There's a little hat, a little bow. So super cute. All right, crafters. So in summary, this is what I have so far. But this is another kit club. Josie, she gets a big applause for this one. Amazing. All sorts of Easter goodness. If you don't want to get the bunny, definitely explore this beauty right here. You could do invitations. You could do styles. You could go with the flowers, without the flowers, change the flowers, use some of these flowers over here. That'd be cute too. This stencil is fabulous. This glimmer is fun too. If you love wax seal, that's a great one. I love this Easter bunny goodness. This embossing folder, again, this Letterpress, winner. Love this as a background. And I love the whole registration. And it can go bigger sizes like your 5x7 very easily. It's not contained in an A2. As you can see here, I stretched it out. And it's a great canvas for your flowers too. Okay, crafters, everything will be detailed and linked below. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. I can't wait to show you all the new goodies for the February release. Again, this is another clap. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye.